Good morning, all of you. So welcome to class 11, economics, chapter collection of data, and hopefully we will complete the chapter today. I sent you an assignment yesterday for this chapter collection of data, and that assignment includes all the questions. I mean, questions of the complete chapter, where I asked you to at least start the assignment for the topics which we have covered, because as such we have covered the 80% chapter. The 20% which is left we will cover today, and you will be able to complete the assignment. And till Sunday morning you have to submit me the assignment. All right. And this time when you submit the assignment, kindly write your name also on the top of the assignment sheet, which means where you are solving the assignment, you have to mention your name also on the top of the sheet. Name Anmol Verma, whatever your name is, like, right? Then you will be making the PDF. I hope you understand. And when you are emailing me the assignment, kindly mention there as well assignment, because sometimes your email ID is different from your name, so I should get the complete information in your email ID. You can mention it as a subject, that your name and your class, and uske niche assignment on the topic. All right. So I think my topic is my thing is clear to all, so let's start the class today. Sharing the screen. So we were doing collection of data, where I have already told you. Chalo, I just share instead of screen. Before going for that, let's do something different today. So it's a whiteboard in front of you all, right? I'm just going to tell you that what all we have covered till now. So first of all, what we covered is, we covered the primary data and the secondary data, right? Primary data and secondary data. We covered this thing. Primary data and secondary data. Then if you remember that in primary data, I told you that what are the various ways to collect the primary data. So if I tell you what are the various ways to collect the primary data, then the different ways are: first, direct personal investigation, right? Then second, I told you indirect oral investigation. Then third, I told you information through correspondence, right? Information through correspondence or local sources. Then fourth, we did telephonic interview. Then fifth, I told you after the telephonic interview, information through numerators, or we can say questionnaire method. Questionnaire method. And in this also, we did two. First, we did mailing. And if you remember, the second, we did numerators method. So This is all that we have covered till now under primary data. This is all we have covered till now under primary data I am talking about. कौन सा data? Primary data, है ना? We have covered till now. ये इसके बारे में था, primary data. But today we have to do something else. That means today we will be doing for secondary data. आज हमने इसके बारे में करना है secondary data, right? So today we will be doing it for secondary data. I hope this is clear to all. Primary data, that primary data is the fresh data, new data, which you are collecting it for the first time, right? There are various methods to collect the primary data. Like we can collect it through direct personal investigation method. If you remember the direct personal investigation method, then I told you it is the personal interview only, where you are directly sitting with the person whom you want to get the information, and directly you are collecting the information from that person, है ना? So direct personal investigation. Then secondly, we did the indirect oral investigation. Indirect oral investigation means where you are, not collecting the information from the person whose information you want to get. You are just collecting the information from the other person regarding one person. Yani ki, for example, if I say that you want to collect the information from Mr. A, then you are not asking directly from Mr. A. You are asking from Mr. B about Mr. A. That is indirect oral investigation. Then information through correspondence or local sources. So this is local sources. Information through correspondence or local sources means where the investigator has various local sources placed at various different places, correspondents at different places, and these correspondents are what they are doing. They are collecting the information from local sources and they are giving the compiled information to investigator. For example, if I talk about the media persons, they are doing the same thing, that a channel is asking them to collect the information from various different places. The media persons are going to different places and they are collecting the information and ultimately giving back that information to the investigators. So that is information through correspondence or local sources. Then we have telephonic interview. Telephonic interview means when you are basically interviewing on telephone, which means you are asking for the information over the telephone only from a person. That is known as telephonic interview. And it is also very much important. Why? Because if you have a lack of time, short of time, you want to cover a wider area, then definitely it will help you out. It will definitely help you out where you can use the information through the telephonic interview method only, and you'll be able to get the information speedily, and you'll be able to cover a vast or wider area. After the information through correspondence and local sources, and also the telephonic interview, I told you about the questionnaire method. Questionnaire method is basically the method where you have to mention a questionnaire. You have to just frame a questionnaire, and that questionnaire can be either sent to the respondent in two ways. The first is mailing method or numerators method. Mailing method is basically when you are mailing that information to the person, where the complete information is given to the person, to the party whom you want to get the information through the mail only, and he'll be filling that information completely and he'll be sending it back through the mail only to you. That is the mailing questionnaire method. But it has a drawback that if the party from whom you want to get the information is not much educated, then this method fails, mailing method. Then secondly is numerators method, like government of India does when at the time of the census calculation, the government sent its selected numerators to the person's house, to the person's home, and ultimately they people grab the information from the respondents or the informants जिससे हम information चाहते हैं. तो that is the numerators method. यहाँ पे क्या होता है, numerators himself fill the form, they themselves fill the form, fill the questionnaire, and here the questionnaire name is ultimately converted into schedule, right? So we have to first then we have studied that we should also take care of some points. We should definitely take care of some points while selecting the questionnaire. Yani ki we should always keep in mind certain points before making any questionnaire. Right, like क्या questionnaire हमें देखना चाहिए उसके अंदर. तो I'll simply say that questionnaire बनाने से पहले we definitely should keep in mind certain points, like it should be short and simple, it should not be too long, calculation based question must be avoided, then personal question should not be asked, any question which may create a problem in the economy should not be asked. So I think we have all covered, and you all have no doubt in this. If you have, you can write in the chat box. So this was the recapitulation of the topic which we have covered till now in this chapter. So today I'm going to start with the last topic of this chapter. And the last topic of the chapter is basically about the next thing, that is this secondary data, and how to grab the information in the secondary data, how to get the information of secondary data. Can anybody tell me the difference between primary data and secondary data first before moving further again? I would like to get the information from you people, please. What is the difference between the secondary data and primary data? Kindly tell me, please. Who is going to tell me? Please raise your hand. I will definitely unmute you people. Okay, I would like to ask this from Dhruv Gupta. Dhruv, you are unmuted. Dhruv, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Just give the information, the difference between the primary data and the secondary data.
So primary data is the data we are.
Dhruv, first of all, tell me one point, why I can hear the television noise background in the background.
Sir, actually, I am in the room and it is coming from the outside room.
Then you should close the door. At least you should concentrate on study, na? Why there is a noise of television? I asked in the PTM also that whenever you are attending the class, there should not be any noise of television, music, something. You can close the door and you can just take the class in a very serious manner, as it is really very important, right?
Okay, sir.
Continue with the difference between primary data and secondary data.
The primary data is the data we are collecting by ourselves by not taking any method or any person to collect the data from. And in secondary data, we are collecting the data from other persons.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else would like to try? I'll be asking it from Anshika Garg. Anshika, you are unmuted. You can speak now. I think there is problem with the mic of Anshika. We'll move to some other person. Ambika.
Yes. So primary data is the original because it is collected by investigator only. The secondary data is not original because it is collected by us by through any agency or other person. Primary
Okay.
data takes more time and
Okay.
secondary data involves less time.
Okay.
Primary data is costly in terms of money and secondary data is cheaper.
Okay, fine. So I think we should start. We shall start now the secondary data. Coming back to the secondary data, as we have covered the primary data, we have completed that topic with all the points. Now coming back to the new topic, that is the secondary data and how to collect the secondary data, right? So what are the various methods to collect the secondary data. That we have to do now. So first of all, the meaning of secondary data, which is I think already clear to you all, that the secondary data is basically the second hand data. Being it the second hand data, it means that you are not just getting or collecting it for the first time, you are just grabbing it from some other party. Now, what are the methods of collection of secondary data? There are basically two methods of collection of the secondary data. One is the published source and other is the unpublished source. One is the published source of collecting the secondary data, and the other is the unpublished source of collecting the secondary data. Then you must know secondary data means the data which somebody have collected and you are just going to use it. Mind it again, the data which somebody has collected and you are just going to use it. किसी ने already collect कर लिया है, you are just going to use that data is basically the secondary data. All right, somebody else have selected, you are just have collected, you are just going to use it. Now there are two sources, published sources and unpublished sources. Published sources means somebody collected the data and he or she has published that over the internet. For example, railway collects the data regarding the railway enterprises, and after every 3 months, and they just after collecting the data, they publish that on the internet, on their website, how many trains they have run in the past 3 months, how many passengers took participation in the journey, and everything, every data, every kind of data, the people are just printing in the railway magazine after every 3 months. So that is the published source. So published source of collecting the data means one party is collecting the data and they are publishing over the internet in various streams so that anybody else could use it. So if I am going to use that railway data taken from the railway magazine, which means I am using the secondary data, and that too from the published source. I hope it is clear to all. यहाँ तक clear है सबको? Meaning is clear that what is the published source of collecting the secondary data? Fine. So moving further, first, government publications. Now what are the basically here we'll study that what are the published sources available for this. So in the published sources, first we have the government publications. Government publications means government organizations and departments, whether it is of central government or state government, which is basically collecting the information regarding various things and putting that information, publishing that information somewhere. It is basically the government publication. Yani ki in the published source we can get the government publications first. That can be the central government publication or state government publication, who is grabbing the information, who is collecting the information from on different topics and publishing it on time. For example, take out the example of COVID-19 these days. The government has given us a website, COVID-19 की एक उसने website दी है जिसके ऊपर we can easily get the information of COVID-19 patients, that how many patients have been there, how many new patients are there, how many have deceased from that, how many has recovered from that, in which state there is a complete thing. Ultimately, that is the government publication where government is publishing the complete data. Government is publishing the complete data. For example, if I am a Mr. A and I want to know that how many patients in Delhi and UP were basically how many new patients in Delhi and UP were there yesterday, right? I want to know that. And now of course I can't go and collect the information on my own. That means primary data would not be helpful in this case. Then I would go for the secondary data, which means I would go for the government publication where government is printing that data in the form of website, COVID-19 website, and I would be taking that information from that website. That is the government publication. That can be of the state government or even that can be of the central government. I hope it is clear. This point is clear to all. Secondly, if I talk about the semi-government publications, there are some semi-government publications also which deals in that. Semi-government publications like municipalities and metropolitan councils, like there are MCD, right? MCD वगैरह होती है जो क्या करती है, जो area wise which basically gets the record of birth rate, death rate, education, school, sanitization, health, complete information they people keep for their area. So if I want to get the information, I can get the information collected from their report, the semi government publication, which are not purely government but they are semi government, which are ultimately the municipalities committees, right? Then Yash Sharma is asking, sir, what about the private data? Yes, I didn't get your answer, get your question. What about the private data? What do you want to ask? Please ask properly. Please write the proper question. I'll answer definitely. The third is reports of committees and commissions. You know, there are various government committees also which make the record. Committee, like various committees are there. For example, these days we have a committee, Niti Aayog, which was changed from the Planning Commission to Policy Commission in 2014 when Modi government entered India. So Niti Aayog is basically the committee which is making the record of various things around the economy. And if I want to get the information, I can get from from those committee, that committee. So ultimately, committees are the group of persons, group of high professionals which are there, which are collecting the data. And if anybody want to get the information, they can get the information from that committee also. So there are various committees also, commissions also, which are collecting the data, and that information can be grabbed by the person from that committee also. Then otherwise we have some other published source also, like publication of international organization. आपको पता है ना, आजकल आज के टाइम पे तो वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज गेटिंग वेरी फेमस, although it's famous every time, but still these days it is getting famous because of COVID-19, because that is World Health Organization. So WHO is, maintaining various records, making various data, and if I want to get the data, I can get the data from WHO also. So there are various international organizations also which collect the data, and the data can be used from these persons as well, these organizations as well. The next is publication of research institutions. There are various research institutions. आज के time पे research institutions भी बहुत famous हो रही हैं. Can anybody tell me, those who have just listened about the report of any research institution on news channel these days? ऑक्सफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी बहुत सारी रिसर्चेस दे रही है, कैम्ब्रिज यूनिवर्सिटी अमेरिका बहुत सारी, लंदन बहुत सारी दे रही है आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन. क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं वो लोग? दे पीपल बेसिकली गो फॉर द रिसर्च that how many people, what are the various symptoms of coronavirus, changing over the period of time, when it will end, when it will have a peak period in which country. They are doing various things in research work. So if I want to get the information, I can get the information published from the research institutions as well. Then publication of trade institution. There are various trade institutions those who publish the data for us. For example, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Bombay Mill Owners Institution Association, ICI, ICMI, Bar Council of India, Indian Medical Council of India. ये सब जो है, ये सब ट्रेड इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, ये भी डाटा कलेक्ट करके देती हैं regarding the particular project. इसके अलावा we have journals and newspapers also. In the newspapers also we are getting the various datas on daily basis, so we can use that data also for the if I want to use, for example, Economic Times is the newspaper which gives various data time to time, so definitely that can be used. वो हम use कर सकते हैं अपना कभी भी उसके अंदर, है ना, कभी भी, whenever we want to use that, so we can use it properly. So ultimately these were the published sources of collecting the data. So just have a look once again. Published sources of collecting the data: government publications, then उसके बाद semi government publications, report of committees and commissions, then publications of international organizations, then publication of research institution, publication of trade institution, then we have the newspapers and journals. So I hope it is clear to all. 7 points are enough. I hope it's clear to all. And what will be the unpublished? Unpublished basically which is not published somewhere. Sometimes researchers, research scholars, universities, trade institutions, and labor bureaus collect data but do not publish it in the on internet. So such data are generally for self-use or office record. So this unpublished data can be used as a secondary data. So there are two types of data, published and unpublished. So that can be the unpublished data. All right. So I hope this point is clear to everybody. Any doubt, you can ask in the chat box. I will definitely answer if you have any doubt. Or shall I move to the next topic? So is it clear to all, or you have any doubt? Nilima, just explain the points which we have just covered.
So, methods of collecting secondary data. There are two types of method in secondary data. First is published source. First is the government publication, where government has collected the data and published to the on any
Over the
site.
internet.
Then
Yeah.
on the internet. Then the semi-government publications like the municipalities.
Hmm.
They cover small area. Then the report of committee and commissions, where the
Hmm.
commissions are made.
Khushi Arya has the doubt in this point. Nilima, Khushi Arya has the doubt in this point. She's asking to explain the point reports of committees and commission. Kindly explain and elaborate it properly. Nilima.
Where Khushi, it is a in this method, the committees collect the data and publish it for the people, so that they can be aware of that report, and uh, proper um, proper reports are published through committees.
Hmm. Then next is publication of international organizations like UNO, IMF, World Bank, World Health Organization. They people are also, making various studies time to time, doing various studies time to time, and ultimately fulfilling the data and giving the data to other persons and publishing it. Okay, Ambika Mohta. Where is Ambika? Ambika, kindly raise your hand, please. It would be easy to me to locate you. Ambika,
Yes, sir.
kindly explain the doubt to Dushyant. Dushyant is asking for 6th point. I'm sharing the 6th point. Kindly explain it to Dushyant. Publication of trade institutions. Over to you, Ambika.
So some big trade association by their research published data on various researches. For example, a uh, sugar mill association published information regarding sugar mills in India.
Very good. Okay. One more doubt is there to another person. Let me see who is having doubt. Kanishka, 7 points are enough. Yes, Sharma is saying, sir, how can we get classified data from government? Sir, how can we get classified data from government? Yes, government collects the data and government gives the data or by publishing it. Government publishes the data over the internet, which we can use and we can easily grab the information for the future use as well, further use as well, right? So coming back to the last question of this chapter, that is, as we have covered published and unpublished data under the secondary source, the last is limitations and precautions of secondary data. We have to take various precautions while selecting the secondary data. हम ऐसे कोई भी data use नहीं कर सकते कहीं से भी. We have to take various precautions like competency of the collecting agency. First you have to see that the data which is being collected by an agency, that agency is competent or not. वो impartial है ना agency. We can that agency's data would be reliable or not. That agency is trustable or not. If you feel like that the agency is not reliable, trustable, it is not partial, it is not impartial, that agency is partial to somebody, and even that is not competent, I think we should not get the information from that agency. We should not use the information being given by that agency. Rather, instead we should go for that agency which is impartial, which is reliable, which is competent, and whose information would definitely help me out in fulfilling my objective of study. So while going for the secondary data, we should definitely see to it that whether the agency is competent or not. The second is suitability of objective. You know, your objective of getting the information may be different as per the objective of the as per the objective of the organization which has collected the data earlier. So if both of your objectives are matching for the study, then there would not be any problem. But if you see that your objective are not matching, your objective are somewhere in different from the organization which has collected the data, so then it will be of no use. Which means if you are going for a or for an organization for using their collected data, then definitely you must check that your objective of collecting the data must be similar with the objective of that organization's data, right? Then only it will be helpful for you. Otherwise there is no need for using the data of that agency where the objectives are different. Method of collection. Maybe you want more reliability in the information, and you are going to ask for the data from an agency, but you came to know about that that organization also have not done it collected from the personal interview, that organization have collected from some other source, then definitely it is of no use for you, right? So method of collection you should also check that आप जिस मेथड ऑफ कलेक्शन से डाटा चाहते हो, क्या उस एजेंसी से जिससे आप यूज करना जा रहे हो डाटा, उसने सेम मेथड से कलेक्ट किया है या नहीं किया. Then conditions of collection. The investigator should study conditions of investigation. For example, data collected during times of war may not be suitable to study an inquiry about times of peace, right? जो डाटा वॉर में कलेक्ट किया हुआ था, आप उसको पीस के टाइम पे यूज करना चाह रहे हो, दैट इज ऑफ नो यूज. वॉर टाइम का तो डाटा इज कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट एज कंपेयर टू नॉर्मल टाइम. Death rate would be completely different of the war time as in the normal peace time, so that data would not be of any use for you people. Accuracy. You know, accuracy of data should also be kept in mind. If the available data do not possess required level of accuracy, then such data should not be used. Which means if you feel like that the data is not accurate to you, the data which you want to collect is not accurate, definitely you should not go for that data. All right, so here we complete the chapter collection of data. So here the chapter is completed. Any doubt would definitely be entertained. You can just WhatsApp me on my personal chat regarding any doubt. You can write in the chat box here whatever doubt you have. Now I must tell you that I have already given you the assignment yesterday. You know, I have given you the assignment yesterday. Now I want that you must solve the assignment. You should start solving it today only, and by tomorrow night or Sunday afternoon you have to send me the assignment, as I have to make the report in the Sunday evening that how many of you people have send me the assignment. So definitely you should send me the assignment last जो होगा आपका, that would be Sunday afternoon before 3 o'clock. Yes, of course. Yash Sharma, written by hand. Khushi Arya, sir, please explain the first point of precaution of secondary data. Okay. First point precaution is competency of the collecting agency. That you should be competent enough. The agency from where you are collecting the data, that should be competent enough, Khushi. Method of collection Siddhi, you have to check whether जिससे आप information grab कर रहे हो जिस organization से, उसने कौन से मेथड से सिलेक्ट किया था डाटा. क्या उसने डायरेक्ट पर्सनल इंटरव्यू से कलेक्ट किया था डाटा, या उसने भी कोई और बेकार सा मेथड तो नहीं लगाया था. बिकॉज अगर उसने भी कोई बेकार सा मेथड लगा के डाटा कलेक्ट किया था तो इट वुड बी ऑफ नो यूज फॉर यू. Nilima, NSSO and census that I will take in the next class. Example of secondary data only. Organizations. These are the organizations: National Sample Survey Office and census. Government publications which we are using. We can get the data from these two things. Dhruv, so will you please repeat conditions of collection? Conditions of collection means the condition, like it can be in the form of objective also, and conditions also, like what were the conditions taken into account. Like the investigator should study the conditions of investigation. For example, जो डाटा वॉर टाइम पे कलेक्ट किया गया है वो डाटा मेरे लिए सूटेबल बिल्कुल भी नहीं होगा इन द पीस टाइम, so that would be of no use. Okay, so let me tell you once again, you people have to do a creative writing on economics today. आज आप एक creative writing लिखेंगे economics पे. The topic will be the effect on market demand of statistics. Sorry, effect on market demand of sanitizers and masks due to COVID-19. Please write down the topic. Please write down the topic. Effect on market demand of sanitizers and masks due to COVID-19. So kindly write down the creative writing on this topic and send me in the form of PDF by today only. आज के आज, either PDF or you can just click the picture. Better you can click the picture. Click the picture and send it to me by today itself on this topic. All right. मुझे दोबारा repeat ना करना पड़े. I must get it today. And I have already told you 10 words would be given by Shweta ma'am, whose meaning and sentences you'll be making. 10 words will be given by principal sir, whose making and whose meaning and sentence you will be writing, and 10 words your own you will be writing based on your academic knowledge. Like for example, you can take the word elasticity, you can take the word liabilities, yani ki of any subject on any textbook. You have to write down 10 words on regular basis, and you have to kindly send the photograph on regular basis to me. All right, so we'll take the class, we'll take the topic in the next class. Goodbye. Please revise the topic and do not forget to send the assignment, send the solved assignment to me by afternoon Sunday. Vaishali, you have to WhatsApp me only, no mail. Assignment you will be mailing, but these words and the things you are writing, creative writing, that you have to WhatsApp me.